Altitude is brought to you by Intermountain Health, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. And by Ford Trucks, built better, built stronger, built Ford tough. Back for the final time from Clune Arena, putting the finishing touches on a 65-55 win for the Air Force Falcons over the Portland State Vikings. Tyler Maughan, Brian German. Brian, that's a win that Stacey McIntyre, I would imagine, is going to, obviously you'll have some stuff to work on coming out of any game in non-conference play, but that's a really good way to head out on another long couple of road trips.
Oh, absolutely. Whenever you have a long road trip, it's nice to get a win at home. You lose at home, you head out on the road, it's like limping out on the road. But this was just an all-around team effort, and I think she had 8 players really contribute to this win and did a good job of getting the 3rd win of the year. We talk so much about Milani Perry, but there were other role players who stepped up, and that's, I think, maybe one of the biggest takeaways from this is you found, especially in someone like Brett Clay, the potential second option going forward in this season as we take a look at some of the highlights from win number 3 of this 2025-26 campaign for the Falcons. And defense was the key all night long, but early on, Portland State didn't want to go away. No, not at all, and the Falcons have had some troubles coming out. They did start well tonight, but Portland State cut back into that lead and cut it down to like a 4-point game in that first half, but then the Falcons started to take things over. Making some turnovers is a beautiful shot by Keely O'Halloran. And then how about Jordy Devon, that beautiful pass to Jada McNabb. Fantastic stuff. Milani Perry, though, is the one that everyone's talking about. Probably will be all season long. 20 points, that's a season high for her. She had 17 the last time out, and she, as we said earlier on the broadcast, goes to 8th all time in the Air Force record books with 20 points tonight. Milani Perry, so smooth, so fun to watch. One of 3 Falcons in double figures tonight, along with Brett Clay, who had 11, and Jordy Devon, who had 10. But one thing that really stood out in this game, we look at those overall rebounding numbers, the offensive rebounds for Air Force, they actually out-rebounded themselves from the defensive glass on the offensive glass. They had 16 offensive rebounds that led to 13 second chance points. Obviously, maybe you'd like to cash in a little more on those, but they just did so much work getting extra looks at the basket. They also forced 20 turnovers, which is something that we talked about pregame as a potential big key with the way Portland State has struggled in that regard. It's the aggression. It's what Stacey McIntyre wants. She wants an aggressive basketball team, not just on defense, which we see him tonight, bringing up all of those turnovers tonight, but also on the offensive glass. That's what gets it for you. You say, that ball is ours, we're going to go get it. Jada McNabb has shown them how to do it, but as you mentioned, out-rebounding themselves offensive to defense is amazing. Not a real bad category to finish in that juxtaposition of 16 to 15 offensive to defensive rebounds. Our final numbers tonight presented by Kaiser Permanente. But Brian, leaving this game, the Falcons will head, of course, to UC San Diego and then Florida Atlantic. And to be at this stage of the season, we know what they did last year in non-conference play. You kind of get some of those feelings of, all right, we can do that again. We can build that sort of momentum headed toward Mountain West Conference season. Absolutely. The confidence they're getting, and the players like Brett Clay coming in, she plays like she's a junior on this basketball team. She's just a freshman, and I just love to see what Stacey's doing and really just kind of finding the rotation so far. She's putting different players on the court, and it's nice to see that they're able to compete at this level. And now going on the road, whole different animal, but if they can keep this up, they might get close to what they did last season. Really impressive one tonight for the Falcons, who are off to take on the Tritons of UC San Diego next time out as the road trips continue in non-conference play. But an impressive one tonight for the Air Force Falcons, who roll in this one. Our final score, Air Force 65 and Portland State 55. That's our final. Join us tomorrow afternoon to catch Air Force men's hoops as the Falcons take on Alabama State right here. Coverage starts at 4 p.m. here on Altitude. This has been a presentation of Altitude Sports and Entertainment, your home for the Air Force Falcons. For Brian German and our entire crew, I'm Tyler Maughan. We'll catch you tomorrow on Altitude.